Reading 1. Last Monday started like a normal day until we got to school and saw a big sign taped to the front door. It said, "No rules today." Everyone cheered. No rules meant no lining up, no homework, no, you can't do that. I thought it was going to be the best day in the history of school, but I soon realized that all that glitters is not gold. When the bell rang, nobody lined up. Instead, kids ran in all directions. Some pushed their way to the classroom, others were sliding down the hallways in their socks. Two kids bumped into each other and dropped their backpacks, spilling stuff everywhere. It took forever to even start class because nobody knew where to go or what to do. At lunch, the cafeteria ladies told us we could eat whatever we wanted. At first, it was awesome. Candy, ice cream, potato chips. But after a while, I started to feel sick. I missed Ms. Rosa's fresh spaghetti and bread rolls. My friends were holding their stomachs too. Nobody wanted dessert anymore. Without rules, the bullies in our class got even worse. They stole snacks from little kids, and nobody stopped them. The teacher tried to tell them to quit, but they just laughed and walked away. It was like the Wild West, and everyone had to protect themselves. By the end of the day, we were tired, hungry, and grumpy. We begged the principal to bring the rules back. The next morning, the no rules sign was gone, and everything was normal again. I never thought I'd say this, but I was happy to stand in line for morning announcements. You don't know what you've got until it's gone. Reading 2. It was the hottest day of summer, and our town's water park decided to celebrate by announcing No Rules Day. No height restrictions, no lifeguard whistles, no walk, don't run. At first, it sounded like the greatest thing ever. Everyone rushed to the gates with beach towels and giant inflatable flamingos, ready for the most epic day in water park history. Little did we know, we were biting off more than we could chew. The first problem started at the slides. Without lines, people climbed up from both ends, some trying to slide down, while others were crawling up. Kids were going head first, backward, even carrying snacks. At one point, 3 people got stuck in the middle of the tube slide, and a lifeguard had to push them out with a pool noodle. Over at the wave pool, things got even crazier. Without rules about flotation devices, someone brought a giant inflatable dragon that took up half the pool. People were jumping in from the sides, like it was a diving contest. The waves got so rough that my sunglasses flew off and disappeared into the deep end, which was only about 4 feet deep, but felt like an ocean of chaos. The snack bar was a free-for-all, no lines, no prices, just hungry people grabbing whatever they could. Ice cream melted onto the floor, pigeons swooped in for French fries, and someone filled a pool float with nachos and floated away with it. 10 minutes later, the lazy river smelled like cheese. By the afternoon, people were bruised and completely exhausted. The slides were shut down because of clogging incidents, and the snack bar ran out of food. As we left, dripping wet and covered in soggy French fries, I realized something important. Rules may not be fun, but they keep the day from going down the drain. Reading 3. It all started with a crazy headline on the news. All laws abolished, government gone. At first, it sounded amazing. No speed limits, no fines, no one telling you what to do. People were running around in the streets, cheering like they'd just won the lottery. But in the back of my mind, I had this weird feeling that it wasn't going to end well. Turns out I was right. We had opened a can of worms. Without regulations, the roads got dangerous fast. Traffic lights were still blinking, but nobody cared. Cars flew through intersections like they were in a race. Honking filled the air, and I saw 2 accidents in 10 minutes. Nobody even stopped to help. In the absence of laws, stores were even worse. People grabbed food, drinks, and whatever they wanted without paying. The shelves emptied in just a couple of days, and the important stuff, milk, bread, medicine, was gone first. The smell in the grocery store turned sour, like something had been left in the fridge for way too long. Perhaps the most alarming change was how people started treating each other. Arguments over parking spots or even a bag of chips blew up into fights. Neighbors stopped talking and started avoiding each other. It felt like everyone was suspicious of everyone else. 2 weeks later, the streets were quiet. Not because life was peaceful, but because people were afraid to go outside. That's when I realized rules aren't just there to ruin our fun. They're what keep a place from falling apart, like a house of cards that collapses the moment you pull away the bottom.